Humans of the Cardboard, welcome back to Just Nuts. Today we're looking at a brand new confirmed LINK-2 for Magistus. Unfortunately, it's a V-Jump promo, which means no effects until December 7th is when they should be revealing the effects there. Super hyped though. You guys know, if you guys have been paying attention to the channel, a week ago, maybe even less than that at this point, I uploaded a video saying Magistus is the future. I'm not saying it's going to be the best deck in the game or anything like that, but I think Konami's going to make it good, and one of the things on my bucket list was a LINK-2, and especially if it's a good LINK-2. And lo and behold, the next card they reveal is a V-Jump promo that's a LINK-2. This card is called Endymion, the Crescent of Magistus. I don't know off the top of my head if this card having Endymion in its name opens up for that much synergy. I know there's like a search spell that searches Endymions, but that's main deck cards, so that's not really helping here. And the pendulum side of the Endymion stuff doesn't seem to have enough synergy with the actual Magistus cards as of right now to be fully playable, but it's something to keep in mind. Maybe there's a way to connect those, depending on how this card's effects work as well. Maybe there's a world where this card actually is searching Endymion or Magistus cards or something like that, right? So that's really cool. Yeah, that's really all we know. They gave us a very tidbit of information here, but a new Magistus Link monster based on Endymion's outfit as he prepares to go to fight with Crowley. Very cool. It's a Link monster with an effect that supports Magistus decks, obviously, and full details coming out December 7th. If you want a little closer look on the artwork here, here's Endymion. This is oh my gosh, why can I not remember her name right now? Moon Maiden. Why? Artemis. Jesus. I believe this is Artemis here, hanging out with Endymion, I guess, as he's preparing to go fight Crowley, which is really cool. So, love it. There's a couple things I hope to get out of this card. The first thing would be like some sort of engine representation. Maybe on summon, this card can equip something from extra deck or grave or deck or whatever. Equip something, maybe. Or give us the ability to just search a Magistus card. Just straight up get access to anything in the main deck. That would be really nice, especially if its materials are, let's call it, half generic. It doesn't have to be fully generic. I totally understand when Konami wants to come out and make one of the, maybe it says something like 2 spellcaster monsters, including a Magistus monster, right? That would totally be cool with that. It does lock you somewhat into Magistus, while also allowing other spellcaster engines to have a word in helping you extend. So Magician's Souls, and you know what I mean, the likes of just generic good spellcaster extenders, as well as like the fact that this Magistus is supposed to work with Witchcrafter, Spellbook, Endymion, just like this card, and Invoked all together. So like some of those archetypes may have some spellcasters to lend a hand and help making this card. So I like that tie-in of making it somewhat generic, where just like spellcasters can kind of help make it. And the only other thing I could ask for maybe is just like another good equip effect. I've been saying this is like the one thing that feels like it could be such a cool application for a deck that works like this, that's all about equipping and getting bonus effects. None of the bonus effects from the extract monsters when they're equipped are interruptions. So if they wanted to make this card insanely strong, they would do 2 things. They would give it that first thing I said, which is like on summon either equipping something for free or maybe even searching a Magistus card from deck. The second thing would be, while this card is equipped, make it an interruption. And it doesn't even have to be strong. It could be an impermanence-like effect, just target a monster your opponent controls, negate it to the end of the turn. It could be the worst removal in the game, which is like a targeted destruction, like just make it a Trident effect, but that's, you know what I mean, so many, like there's a lot of cards that can dodge targeting, there's a lot of cards that don't mind being destroyed because they float. Oh, that's so mediocre in modern day Yu-Gi-Oh as far as interruptions go, but the deck just equips so easily that like even when things break down, I love decks that are able to fall back on like a backup plan. Oh, everything else didn't work, okay, at least I got one thing equipped and it's a Trident now. I got a Trident out of it, so I can't be like too mad, but it's not too broken either. So that's what I would hope for, is like a good first effect that's getting you to your engine, as well as a good equip effect. Maybe even an interruption. They could make it another bonus effect like Artemis, where it's another engine effect while equipped, but I think right now what the deck needs more than anything is like an interruption out of equip effect. So yeah, like I actually didn't even see this coming. With us getting Chirozzo, I was not and Spoon, I was not expecting another promo card like this for Magistus, but both of those cards were good. I don't see why they wouldn't want to make this card good as well. I hope they do. The only thing that gives me trepidation is that V-Jump promos have not been super strong in recent history. But to be fair, a lot of those cards were somewhat generic. They're making cards that apply to a whole type of monster, a whole whatever, normal monsters, yada yada. And so they don't want to make super crazy generic cards, right? Whereas when they've made pure archetypal support like Magistus, Chirozzo and Spoon are really good. So maybe this one will be good as well. Speaking of which, just looking back on some of those monsters that we've had that we already know are coming as well. Spoon, awesome card. This is just an additional rota for the deck. Really is going to help with consistency and power because it also gets you another equip on top of searching you anything for your deck. Chirozzo, really awesome card that's going to allow us to get actual more tangible value out of getting equips, right? That if you get 2 cards equipped, we can turn that into a level 4 tuner. Whereas in the past, like, they were just equips and they didn't really translate into much. Same idea with Snake Eyes Damn Dragon. This is not a Magistus card, but I have a feeling we'll play it just because it helps the deck's engine going second, where if we can just get 2 monsters in the spell and trap zone, we can turn that into a 3k body that's also removing a body from the field. That's really nice. And of course, don't forget premium packs coming. I talked about this as well. All 3 of those cards, plus our new LINK-2 now, and on top of that, premium pack. I really hope these aren't just alternate arts and these are new cards, but a new form of Crowley, theoretically, and a new form of Zorua here as well. So that's coming out December 20th in the OCG. So in the next, almost exactly a month, we're going to get those 2 cards. And December 7th, we're going to find out what this LINK-2 does. I'm telling you guys, Magistus is on the come up. I have my core set aside. I am so ready for these cards to come out and actually not even just be crazy. You guys know me. I'm a huge rogue player. If they're just like, Magistus can play, I will be psyched for it. So, yeah, there you go. This is probably way longer video than it deserved for a video to just talk about a monster that doesn't even have effects or anything revealed yet, but it's still really hype just on top of the fact that how hype I've already been for Magistus going forward. So let me know your guys' thoughts down below. What do you want this LINK-2 to do? Where are you hoping, what are you hoping its effects do to really impress you or put Magistus in a much better position? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts down below on that. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. You want to stay up to date on all things Yu-Gi-Oh! News. Peace.